Welcome back everybody to Talk Titans Racing League. We're here for Tier 3 tonight here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix as we're coming towards the end of qualifying here. Q3 we got currently Shane on provisional pole here on a 125.7. About a tenth and a half clear of Mihai at the moment in second. A driver who I've not seen before. It's the first time I've seen Mihai out on the track here for TTRL. We've got Berza currently in third place with Carl fourth. Jordan Hillier in P5, doing a good job right now. We've got just ahead of Richie Chapper, who's been a very regular fixture at the front of the field over the course of this season, but currently a little way down in the order at the moment. His teammates on provisional pole though, so I'm sure Richie will be looking to improve here on this final run. We've got CT Sori in 7th with Stevie Mack in P8, and you've got Zainu in 9th place, followed by Mr. Riley, who sits in 10th place here as we're coming out for our final runs here for qualifying here at Silverstone. We've got the provisional pole sitter just going through Village Corner right now. We've got Mihai just coming out onto the track. Berza seems to be on a flying lap here as Carl is coming around the final corner. Carl goes into P3 with that lap, so has improved ever so slightly. He's moved ahead of Berza. We've got Jordan Hillier just starting a lap here, currently coming through the loop. And Carl will also be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Berza here coming through Luffield. Let's go trackside here as we watch the V-Carb here coming through Woodcote, past the old pit straight grandstand and down towards Cops Corner here, which is going to be almost flat, probably flat actually in qualifying with light fuel loads. And now down towards the challenging Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel, the famous sequence of corners, one of the most famous few corners here in motorsport, world renowned, instantly recognisable as Berza here down the hanger straight here, 2/10 up on his personal best. His personal best at the moment would be good enough for 4th place. This gains that he's making at the moment would put him P3 ahead of Carl, but can he find a bit more here in the final sector? Maybe a couple more tenths might put him on the front row ahead of Mihai. Here we come then, Berza through the Vale chicane and out of Club Corner for the final time here in qualifying. What is Berza going to be able to produce? Is P2 for Berza, so a very quick lap there indeed, only a tenth shy of the provisional pole time being set by Shane. We've got Mihai about to start a flying lap here. Carl's obviously into the pits at the end of this lap. Jordan's gone into P5. He was already P5, he's improved his lap ever so slightly, but not enough to improve his position. Richie Chapper, who's currently down in P6, very unusual to see Richie down in 6th, has got one more lap to try and propel himself up towards the top of the standings here in qualifying. As he's coming through Woodcote at the moment. I think there's a few drivers who are a bit further around the lap than he is, so let's try and find them if we can. Although maybe not actually. Mihai coming over the line stays in 3rd place for the time being, although I think that was an out lap. It was an out lap, so in fact Mihai will have another lap in a second. So Richie Chapper will be one of the first drivers to complete qualifying here that's currently on a lap. There's a few drivers who have already done their flying laps, so they'll be into the pits at the end of their current laps that they're on right now. Richie Chapper there going to the inside there a little bit, going down the hanger straight, and I'll tell you what, he fluffed it there. He's really fluffed it there going through Stowe. Richie Chapper there must have lost a bit of time there. I tell you what, he's not a million miles off of the fastest times here though. Could still be a very competitive time here. Richie Chapper goes into P5, but that really did cost him there going out of Stowe Corner down towards Vale. And that's cost him, I think, probably pole there, because he lost probably at least half a second there. It's got to be. Shane here coming into Vale, the provisional pole sitter. Now, obviously, Mihai is actually improving on this current lap. So Mihai, despite having done a lap on those tyres, is out there trying to improve. Shane there over the line, and he improves his lap time to a 25.7. He was already on 25.7, but he's improved by a few hundredths of a second. Mihai hasn't done a lap on these tyres. This is his first flying lap on these tyres, and it'll be his last run of the session here as he's coming down towards Vale for the final time here in this TTRL Tier 3 British Grand Prix. Mihai coming through Club Corner now. Is it going to be P1? It's going to be quite close here. And it is P1 there by a tenth of a second ahead of Shane. Mihai snatches it in the closing seconds there. What a lap. And that is going to be P1 here for the start of the British Grand Prix here for the Talk Titans Racing League Tier 3 for Mihai. First time I've seen Mihai out on the track here in this league, and that is an absolutely fantastic performance here ahead of Shane, Berza, Carl and Richie Chapper down in P5. Very uncharacteristic there to see Richie Chapper so far down the order. I say P5, I mean It's a very creditable grid position really, but I'm just so used to seeing him up there fighting for P1, P2. But be interesting to see if he does the usual and starts on the slower compound. Being down there, obviously in the thick of the pack, you know, that would be quite a ballsy move. But that is the qualifying, and if you're watching this after the race, then keep an eye on Discord, because I'll be posting the link to the race as soon as it's up. And if you're watching the playlist at the end of the season, then skip to the next video, because the Grand Prix is next.